In this tutorial, we'll take a look at creating the base support. This one has a spot face. We're going to draw this at 2 millimeters deep. Typically this is done by the machine operator at the time of manufacturing, where it is just done to clean up that textured surface or that rough surface from the casting process. It is making a flat spot for the fastener to sit on. Another thing is we have these ribs that go down the middle, and the new tool that we're going to look at here today is to create a plane down the middle. And once we create a plane down the middle and we sketch these two ribs, there are two, one on each side, we can extrude equilateral in both directions. So 5 in one direction, 5 in the other, or 10, and make it symmetric. There are some casting fillets here. Material is specified, and machine surfaces are specified by the symbols. So here we go. This one is in millimeters. I would start in the right side. Rectangle for the base, rectangle for the vertical section. We're going to add some dimensions. Overall length 125, base thickness is 25. Thickness at the top, I don't have to set them to be centered. I do need a height of 38 here, or an overall height of 63 top to bottom. We do have an overall width with an overall width of 64. Let's try that again. We can make a couple cuts here off one surface. Rectangle in both lower corners, and we can cut that half circle out of the top. Not getting a point of reference, I will now create one. And we got to place this in the middle as well. F64 is 32. I drew a complete circle, a radius of 19. To get the diameter. 10 millimeters up, 13 millimeters in on both of these. Cut them all at once. And they go all the way through. As you go to put the ribs in, you can add a plane. Under this construction tab, you have the ability to add a midplane. Adding a midplane is really simple. I want to pick two opposing faces, and I create a plane down the middle. This plane I can now start to sketch on, and I'm going to create lines for the rib. Set these to be coincident. And set them at a 45-degree angle, or 15 by 15. 15 by 15, where I could set 15 and a 45. When I go to extrude these, I want to extrude them in two directions symmetrically. Being that I am extruding these symmetrically, I'm going to use the whole width. And that whole width is 10 millimeters. I'm extruding in two directions, equal distance on both sides. Hole placement. You're replicating a counterbore hole. We're going to draw these too deep. Counterbore hole we've already created. somewhere on this surface. I know the distance in from the side is 32, and the distance from the back edge or front edge is 18. So the depth of the hole has to go all the way through. So that base thickness is 25. You could set 25. I'm going to be on the safe side and set 30. The counter bore, the spot face, is always the larger diameter. We're going to set that depth at 2. Drill angle isn't going to matter. It's going all the way through with a 13 millimeter drill. Okay. Since we have now added a midplane, we can actually mirror features. So if we go back to add another midplane, I can put a plane down the middle, and I can use this as reference to mirror a feature. So if I go to my properties, I can mirror. I want to mirror a feature. This is the feature, the hole. What do I want to mirror on? The plane, the midplane that I have created. To the other side and hit OK. I am done with this plane and I can hide it. From here I have casting fillets, and you have quite a few of them. Pretty much every single edge on this top surface gets a fillet. They all should run at one time. That takes care of that side. We're going to add the fillets to the other side. We do note that this part is malleable cast iron, and we have machined surfaces, which we will complete after putting in a radius of 2. Just double check, make sure I have all my filleted and rounded edges. Material. I am in metals. Find malleable iron. Set my material. And now set my appearances. I'm going to choose faces. Holes are always machined. Machine surface symbol. And I have machine surface symbols on all the surfaces on the bottom. There you have it. The base support. Adding a midplane. Being able to extrude in 2 directions and also being able to mirror features.